Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Review. I just got some KBS and I wanted to do this one first for one reason. The last barrel aged beer I had from Founders was Lizard of Kaz, and that was the worst beer I had ever from them. That was the worst beer I had in 2016. I love Founders stuff typically. At the very least, I like their stuff. So pretty much the scale from like to love is where my Founders stuff is. Um, and then I had Lizard of Kaz, which should have been a home run for me. It had a lot of things I like: blueberries, chocolate, stout, bourbon barrel. Like these are things that really I'm a big fan of. And it was just a crap beer. It was awful, so bad. No redeemable qualities whatsoever, as far as I'm concerned. So I thought I should try this before the KBS. This is Frootwood. It's about 4 months old at this point. It's 8% alcohol. It's a cherry ale that's aged in bourbon barrels that had also housed maple syrup. I'm a huge, as I said 2 seconds ago, bourbon barrel guy, and also maple syrup is one of my favorite things. My great grandfather had a sugar shack. I would help him tap trees, collect it, boil it down. So I have very fond memories. I always ate the real stuff. I never eat fake maple syrup. So it's something that's close to my heart, something I've always enjoyed since I was a little kid. So I'm always excited when I see maple in a beer. And if it's done well, I think it can be sweet. I'm also excited for my new Predator can opener. I'm sorry, bottle opener. Just got that Loot Crate. If you can't tell, some of the shirts I wear and some of the stuff in the background, I'm pretty big geek and things that are not beer as well, comic books, pop culture stuff. So I was pretty excited. Got this Loot Crate, and I'm gonna see how well it works. Hey, good. Works nice. All right, let's get it into the glass, get the aroma going, get the what it looks like. Well, it looks like a cherry ale, certainly. And I'm glad this one's quote unquote only 8% because I'm going to get right into KBS. And that one, another double. That one's a double digit. I think it's a little lower than last year. I got to look at that stuff before I do the review. Definitely looks like a cherry ale. It looks like cherries have been added to a light ale. It has that reddish color. Um, Not quite as robust of a look as maybe like a Mad Elf, another cherry ale. Decent carbonation, decent head, about probably 2 fingers worth when I first poured it. Let's get into the aroma. Yeah, so it definitely smells like cherries. It's probably a hair less aromatic than the Mad Elf, which is just seems like the most logical comparison since I'm a big Mad Elf fan. Um, yeah, tart cherries, little vanilla. I get some of that oak, not necessarily bourbon or maple syrup in the aroma. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. Big cherry, big vanilla. Actually, nice level of tartness. You do get a hint of maple syrup. And you know what? I don't know cherries and maple syrup. I've never, to my knowledge, done something with those two together. A friend of mine made a reduction once, used a cherry ale, cherries. I think he just used, did he use maple syrup to sweeten that? I forget what he used to sweeten it, but anyway, that turned out really well, and I bet maple syrup would work in that. So I know one person who liked this beer. Everyone else I know did not like this beer. I actually like it pretty well. Again, Lizard Cause was awful. If I got this at the right price point, I would buy this again. I wouldn't spend too much money on it. I wouldn't like trade for it either. If I saw it on the shelf, and it was like this is more like warm weather beer. I think fruit beer is typically I think warm weather. I think I would grab some. 8%. It's not crushable. Depending like when I think of outdoors, my dad's got a cottage on Cuga Lake. I kind of think of like hanging out up there, and if I'd want to, crush these while hanging out by the water, probably not, because it goes down pretty smooth for 8%, and I probably could put down too many, and I'd worry about the next day. But yeah, I kind of thought I was going to go into this not liking this beer. Let me do another swig, see if I get any other flavors. I mean, cherry juice, a little bit of almost like it was cut with maybe apple juice taste, and it's pretty light. don't know if I would guess 8%. I probably would have guessed a little lower than 8%. But yeah, this is actually pretty darn good from Founders. And again, if I was going into this thinking I probably wouldn't like it, and I actually like it quite a bit. Cheers.